Now at 11, in the middle of the conflict in Gaza, one West Bank community is now mourning the death of a Palestinian American. Plus, back in our region, why several Portland businesses say after decades, they're now being forced to close.
21 years is a long time for anyone.
And a group of children are given the opportunity to run, jump, and play together even better than before.
You can meet them and see that, oh, you're not that different.
We're going to start things off tonight by taking a live look outside. Things have been cooling off after a toasty afternoon, but we will see even hotter temperatures tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us here at 11. I'm John Adams. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri here with us as well. And Joe, we have a weather impact alert due to that extreme heat tomorrow.
Yeah, this is round one, and you called, today toasty. Well, it's going to get even hotter tomorrow, and especially by the middle part of this upcoming week. But here's a look at the weather impact alert for tomorrow. It's going to be throughout the metro area, up and down the I-5 corridor, and throughout parts of the Columbia River Gorge. Basically, everywhere except the coast is going to be downright hot, turning very hot tomorrow, especially in the Salem area south with temperatures in the mid to the upper 90s. There could be a few places that sees close to triple-digit heat near the Dalles and throughout eastern Oregon. So again, the need is to get plenty of water and limit that sun exposure. Try to get some of your plans done earlier in the day. So here's a look at the impact. The big reason why is the excessive heat. Temperatures right around the mid to the upper 90s. Again, 100 degrees possible east side of the state. And we are going to be looking at some advisories, John, tomorrow. Starting at 11 o'clock in the morning, there will be a heat advisory throughout much of the metro area and throughout parts of the Columbia River Basin near Hood River East until tomorrow night. But again, then we'll be looking at an excessive heat watch starting Tuesday. That will be the second round. So that moves in that heat for Tuesday through Thursday, very excessive heat with temperatures in the upper 90s, potentially the low 100s, at least for one day. I'll talk more on the details on that and also talk about just how many 90-degree days we've seen so far and when we'll start to see some cooler conditions move in over the next few days.
All right, Joe, we'll see you soon. Well, new tonight in our wildfire coverage, Governor Tina Kotek has declared a conflagration for a wildfire in central Oregon that was discovered earlier this afternoon. It was spotted just before 4 today and has since grown to about 1,500 acres, as shown by this time-lapse video from Alert West. This is in Crook County, which is south of Prineville. There are now all levels of evacuations in place for people living near the fire, including a level 3 go now. This is the 5th conflagration declared so far this year. And crews were called to put out a brush fire on Sauvie Island earlier today. It happened around 3:15 this afternoon near Northwest Sauvie Island Road and Howell Park Road. We're still waiting to hear more details, including how it started and how large the fire grew. By the time our crew got there, the fire was mostly put out. To some of the latest developments in the Middle East now, where a 20-year-old American citizen was reportedly killed by Israeli settlers in the West Bank. Matt Bradley reports from Jerusalem.
This Palestinian village in the West Bank is mourning 2 of their own. One was a young American. 20-year-old Saifullah Musalet, born in Florida and visiting relatives, was beaten to death Friday by Israeli settlers, his family said. In a post online, Musalet's family said settlers blocked the ambulance and paramedics from providing life-saving aid for several hours. Officials said a second Palestinian man was shot dead. The State Department confirmed the death of an American and offered its condolences to the man's family. Israeli police said they were looking into the incident. The deaths come amidst a surge of settler violence against Palestinians throughout the West Bank, trying to force Palestinians out. Until 2 weeks ago, this tiny hamlet of Al-Muwarajat was home to a few hundred Bedouin herders. We visited in May just as settlers were ramping up their attacks. Israeli Amir Pansky works for an Israeli organization that monitors settler harassment.
Their goal is to push them out of this area.
By what? By simply harassment?
By violence, harassing, attacking.
So this was the village mosque. This is where everybody came to pray until February. That's when nearby settlers came and burned it down. But the settlers weren't finished. The regular harassment continued for months until village residents said the settlers pitched a tent inside the village on July 2nd, brought their animals to graze, and stole from the community. When they were drinking in the house and taking off their clothes, Alia said, we decided we had to leave. But with settler violence increasing, there are few safe places left for them to go. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Almora Jat in the occupied West Bank.
Well, back here in Oregon, search and rescue coordinators in Clackamas County are searching for a missing mountain biker. The sheriff's office says 52-year-old Ralph Sawyer, an experienced biker, left Friday morning to bike near Mount Hood. He was supposed to return that night. Rescue crews have since found his vehicle with his cell phone inside. The sheriff's office is asking for help. They're centering their search around the Trillium Lake area. Sawyer is 6'1" with brown hair. He was last seen wearing an orange bike helmet, blue shirt, and black shorts. If you have any information to share, call 503-723-4949. Portland Fire and Rescue shared some dramatic photos of an apartment in the Hazelwood neighborhood. Now, this happened sometime early Friday morning. Throughout the response, firefighters rescued 8 people and 5 pets, with 2 of those people treated for injuries. Multiple area agencies responded, including Gresham, Lake Oswego Fire, and the Red Cross. Well, a couple of well-known and cherished Central East Side Portland bars have announced they're shutting down for good and soon, as some businesses struggle to continue post-pandemic. Ursuline Stevens spoke with one of those businesses to find out why they decided to close their doors after 20 years.
Like every time we take a step forward, it's like another step back.
Steve Carter is general manager at Slow Bar, a well-known spot for people to grab a burger and a drink 7 days a week. The bar just hitting its 21st anniversary on the 4th of July.
There's people that wouldn't know each other if they hadn't been sitting next to each other at this bar. And they've become fast friends, and it kind of bums me out to think about where people are going to meet up now.
Now the closure coming after consistent financial struggles post-pandemic.
Basically just not wanting to go any more into debt, or not really able to go any more into debt, and it was just kind of time to call it. We've done everything we can as far as getting costs down and getting the costs of operating business down, but getting people through the door has been a little bit more difficult lately.
Carter says he thinks problems with the drugs on the streets have also contributed to slow business.
Sales have definitely declined like at least 30%.
And it's not just them. Also on the Central East Side, Home, a bar, announced they are closing at the end of the month after 10 years due to increasing costs. And Higgins Restaurant in downtown announced they are on the brink of closure, writing in a statement they are hanging on by a thread.
Just driving down Grand here and thinking about what we're losing, like Next Adventure is closing now. Nicholas isn't down there anymore. Andy and Bax is gone. Ollie Damon's left years ago.
According to Prosper Portland, the city's retail sector continues to struggle, with vacancy rates for retail properties increasing to 32% in the fourth quarter of 2024, up from around 12% from quarter 4 in 2019. Now, Carter is expecting Slow Bar's doors to close for good on August 9th, sending their staff to try and find new jobs and fans of the bar to find a new gathering place.
Hearing the stories of people talk about like things they experienced here and growing up here, it's 21 years is a long time. It's been an experience to see that with people, and it's gonna be sad to not see them anymore.
In Portland, Celine Stevens, KGW News.
Well, it was the state's largest market centered around Asian American businesses, and this weekend it's back. The Round in Beaverton on Southwest Crescent Street is the host of the 3rd edition of the legendary Makers Market. From food to art, plus live performances and local vendors, there's something for everyone to enjoy, with a focus on showcasing the diversity and richness of Asian American culture. Now, we caught up with a few people who made it out for their first time.
All the Asian culture around here and stuff like that is really important to bring it in and have it all open for everybody to look at. So I think that's really cool. And then they just have tons of little small businesses everywhere.
We missed it last year, and we were so sad, and now we're having a second chance at it. So it's definitely 10 out of 10 for us.
Well, in case you missed it today, the market is back open tomorrow from 1 to 9 in the evening. Admission is free.
It's one of the very few opportunities that they have to be in a whole group of people that look just like them.
Well, it's a chance for some children to have a more equal playing field in the world of sports. Today, Shriners Children's Portland invited some of its patients to get fitted for new running blades. Now, they're a type of prosthetic leg designed for athletic activities. We spoke to one girl who is thankful the hospital is providing them, given the challenge children without limbs can face.
Some of the people at, of course, different ages have been able to prove that you can do anything, even though you don't have a leg or an arm, you can always do something.
Today's event was done in partnership with the Dave McGillivray Finish Strong Foundation.